Munich, 1943. The city lay in ruins after another Allied bombing raid. Dr. Elena Richter, young archaeologist, was documenting artifacts from the destroyed Aachen Cathedral when she made a discovery that would change her life forever. Hidden beneath centuries of dust and debris was an ancient wooden cross. But this wasn't just any religious artifact. When Elena carefully examined it, she noticed something unusual. The cross was hollow, and inside was a rolled parchment that had been waiting 800 years to reveal its secret. What she read on that manuscript would lead her into the most dangerous game of cat and mouse with the Nazi regime, and uncover a treasure that could alter the course of World War II. Elena unrolled the fragile parchment with trembling hands. Written in medieval Latin and Old German, the document spoke of Die Verborgene Krone, the hidden crown of Charlemagne, the first Holy Roman Emperor. But this wasn't just about finding a lost crown. The manuscript revealed that within this crown lay the key to the greatest treasure in European history. Charlemagne, before his death in 814 AD, had hidden not just gold and jewels, but something far more valuable: knowledge, documents, and artifacts that had the power to reshape empires. The crown was the key to finding this cache. Elena realized she was holding a piece of history that the Nazi regime would kill for. Heinrich Himmler's SS had been searching for occult artifacts and ancient treasures to fund their war machine. If they got their hands on this information, it could prolong the war indefinitely. But Elena had a secret of her own. She was part of an underground resistance network, secretly feeding information to the Allied forces. Word of Elena's discovery somehow reached SS Oberfuhrer Klaus Zimmermann, Himmler's personal treasure hunter. Zimmermann had spent years chasing legends of lost Nazi gold and ancient artifacts. The hidden crown of Charlemagne was his obsession. Elena knew she was being watched. Every day, the net was closing tighter around her. She had to decode the manuscript's cryptic clues before Zimmermann and his men found her. The manuscript pointed to Aachen Cathedral, Charlemagne's final resting place and the site of his coronation, working in secret. Elena discovered that the clues weren't just geographical. They were architectural, astronomical, and deeply rooted in medieval symbolism. The crown wasn't simply hidden. It was protected by a puzzle that had kept it safe for over 1,000 years. Elena arrived in Aachen under the cover of official archaeological business. The cathedral, damaged but still standing, held secrets in every stone. Following the manuscript's directions, she located a series of symbols carved into the crypt walls. Symbols that matched exactly those on her wooden cross. Behind a false wall marked with the sign of the cross and crown, Elena found what she was looking for. Charlemagne's crown sat exactly where the manuscript had indicated, preserved in a sealed chamber that had protected it from wars, invasions, and time itself. But as Elena lifted the crown, she noticed something extraordinary. There was indeed a hidden compartment, just as the manuscript had described. Her heart raced as she opened it, expecting to find a map to unimaginable riches. What she found instead changed everything inside. The crown's secret compartment weren't directions to gold or jewels. Instead, Elena discovered detailed plans, Nazi documents outlining Operation Valkyrie's true scope, not just an assassination attempt on Hitler, but a coordinated strike to eliminate Winston Churchill, Franklin Roosevelt, and Joseph Stalin simultaneously. The documents revealed meeting places, contact names, and timing. Someone high in the Nazi command structure had been using the legend of Charlemagne's treasure as a cover for the most ambitious assassination plot in history. If successful, it would decapitate the Allied leadership and potentially turn the tide of the war. Elena realized she was holding intelligence that could save thousands of lives and shorten the war by months. But footsteps echoed through the cathedral. Zimmerman had found her, trapped in the crypt with nowhere to run. Elena made the most important decision of her life. She couldn't escape with the documents, but she could ensure they reached the right hands. Working quickly in the darkness, she photographed every page using a small camera hidden in her archaeological equipment. When she heard the boots of SS soldiers on the stone steps, Elena hid the film inside her own cross pendant. The same wooden cross that had started this entire journey. Then she destroyed the original documents and waited. Zimmerman burst into the crypt with his men. Finding Elena standing calmly beside the empty crown, he interrogated her for hours, but Elena revealed nothing. To him, she was just another archaeologist who had stumbled upon an empty medieval crown with no treasure map, no gold, no secret. He had no idea that the real treasure, information that could save the Allied leaders, was hanging around her neck. 3 weeks later, Elena was arrested on suspicion of resistance activities. Before her capture, she had managed to pass the film to her contact in the underground network. The intelligence reached Allied command just in time. Operation Valkyrie was thwarted, not just in Berlin, but across 3 continents. The assassination attempts on Churchill, Roosevelt, and Stalin never materialized. Historians estimate that Elena's intelligence may have shortened the war by 6 months and saved countless lives. Elena. The wooden cross that had started it all was never found by the Nazis. It simply vanished from the historical record. But here's where our story takes one final, incredible turn. In 1987, a private collector in Switzerland acquired an unnamed medieval cross from an estate sale. For decades, it sat in his collection, unremarkable among hundreds of other artifacts. Last year, while cleaning the cross for display, the collector made an astonishing discovery. Carved in tiny letters inside the base of the cross were coordinates, longitude and latitude markings that didn't exist in medieval times. Elena had left one final message. In her last days of freedom, she had discovered something else in that cathedral crypt. The real location of Charlemagne's treasure, not the Nazi documents, but the actual historical cache that the emperor had hidden over 1,000 years ago. The coordinates point to a location in the Alps, near the border between Germany and Austria. No expedition has yet been mounted to investigate, so the question remains: did Elena Richter take the secret of Charlemagne's real treasure to her grave, or is it still out there, waiting to be discovered? The wooden cross that started this incredible journey holds one final secret, and perhaps the greatest treasure hunt in history is still waiting to begin. Elena's courage saved the lives of world leaders and changed the course of history. But her final gift to the world might still be buried beneath alpine stone, waiting for someone brave enough to follow her last clue. Some treasures are worth more than gold. Some secrets are worth dying for, and some mysteries are still waiting to be solved. What do you think? Should someone follow Elena's coordinates? Could Charlemagne's treasure still be out there? If you enjoyed this incredible story of courage, mystery, and hidden treasures, then show your support by hitting that like button right now. Your likes help us bring more amazing historical mysteries to light. Subscribe to our channel if you want to discover more untold stories from history's darkest corners. We're always working on new mystery content that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the past. Drop a comment below and tell us which historical mystery should we investigate next. Your suggestions could become our next viral story. And don't keep this incredible tale to yourself. Share this video with your friends and family. Trust me, they'll thank you for introducing them to one of history's most fascinating, unsolved mysteries. The story of Elena Richter and Charlemagne's lost treasure is just the beginning. There are countless secrets still buried in history, waiting for us to uncover them together.